Hello learners, in this tutorial I'm going to explain how to create a simple Azure Data Factory pipeline and read some data from the Azure SQL table and write into the Azure SQL table. So in the previous video I have explained you how to provisioning Azure Data Factory. So if you haven't watched that video, please watch that video and get idea how to provisioning that Azure SQL Server Data Factory. Yeah, my name is Pubutu Devagama. By profession, I am an enterprise data architect, digital transformer, and visiting lecturer. Now we will move to the today tutorial. Okay. So before moving to the Azure Data Factory, I will show my sample tables which I have created in my Azure SQL Server database. So you can see I have a source table. It says source is a general journal account entry. That is my source table. So it has nearly 11,000 records. Yeah, in the destination table the same structure I have followed, but there is no any record. So my objective is to read some data from the source table and write into the destination table. So I think that is my case study. For the demonstration purpose I have taken sample data set. So now we will move to the Azure Data Factory. So this is the Data Factory home page. In the home page you can find a lot of orchestrations, transform data, configure SSIS, those informations you can find. So if I select this author button in the left hand side, you can see see the pipelines menu, data sets, data flows, and power queries. As of now we haven't created any pipelines or data sets. So in the monitor sections you can see there are some monitor pipelines we have executed. So you can check the history of that executions, as well as if you go to the manage menu, you can see the link services, integration runtimes, and Microsoft previews and Git configurations. Those informations you can find. So by default you can see it has created the auto resolve integration runtime. So already it is running. So to integrate that Azure SQL databases, you should have that integration runtime. It's a auto resolve integration runtime. So already we have that integration runtime. So that is the main requirement. Then we have to create a link service. Now I will show you how to create the link service. Okay, so click on that link service. Already I have the I have created few link services. Anyway, I will show you how to create a fresh link services. To create link services, you have to click on this new button. So click on this one. Then you have to select your data store. So for that actually I am using only the Azure SQL server. So under Azure menu you can find your database type. Okay, yeah, there is a Azure SQL database. Then you have to click on the continue button. Then I will rename as Azure Azure database. Then descriptions, Azure database configuration. Then connect via integration runtime. Already we have that auto resolve integration runtime. So I put this one. Then we have to select our subscriptions. So I have selected the relevant subscriptions. Then you have to select the server name. Already we have created the server called Data Cafe Server 01. So under this server name you can find the database, relevant database. So my database name is datacafe.db. Then you have to select the authentication types, SQL authentication. Then I am giving a username for this SQL server database. My username is datacafe admin. Then I will give the password for that. So then you can find a test connection button, so you can click on that to test your connection. So you can see connection successful. Then you can create your link server. The link server name is Azure Database. So I will click on this create button. It will take few seconds. Then it will successfully created your link server. Now you can see the recently created link service. Okay, now we have created that link server. Then I will show you how to create a simple pipeline to get our data from the Azure SQL database and write into the Azure SQL database table. For that, you have to go to the author menu, click on that. Then you have to you have to create a data set. To create the data set, you have to click on these three dots and new data set. Then again you have to select your data set type. My data set type is Azure SQL database and continue. Then you can give your data set as source journal entry. This is my source data set, and you have to give the relevant link services. In the previous step I have shown you how to create the link service. So my service name is Azure Database, so I put this one. Then you have to give the relevant source table name. My source actually it will list all the tables in my database. So as a source I will select src underscore journal, a general journal account entry table. Okay, so then you can click on the OK button. Then it will create the data set for the source table. Okay, so that is about it. Then I will create another data set for the destination table. For that, you have to click on these three dots and create new data set. Then again you have to select the relevant database and continue. Then you have to give the dest journal entry. Then you have to select the relevant link service. In this case I am using Azure SQL Server. If you want to connect to the different database like Oracle or any other database, then you have to create a separate link service for that particular database type. Anyway, I will select Azure Database. Then you can see the table name drop down will available. Then you have to select the destination table because this is my destination side table. Then clicked OK. Then you can see successfully both data set have created. So you can see that still that service changes has not applicable for the Azure platform. So you have to apply those things, you have to publish all. So I will publish these data sets into the cloud environment. So it is publishing. After that it will applying to the Data Factory repository. Now now we are in the final stage and publishing complete. Now I will show you how to create a simple pipeline. Okay, so to create a simple pipeline, you have to click on these three dots, then create a new pipeline. So for that you can give the name for that, simple pipeline. Then what you have to do is you have to expand that move and transform menu and select a copy data. Okay, under this copy data you have different menus. So under source menu you have to select the relevant source data set. Already we have created two data set, so all the data sets will display under this source data set. So we have to select the relevant data set. So you have to select the source journal entry, that is our source data set. Then in the sink it is something like destination side, so you have to select your destination data set. After that you have to map your source and sink data. So go to the mapping and click on the import schema. Then it will import all the columns from the source and the destinations, and automatically it will map. If I reduce this, you can see all the, because I have used same column table structure for the source and the destinations by name, it will add automatically. If you want, you can change, you can delete the columns according to your business requirement. You can see, you can delete. So now I think we have created the pipeline. Then I will publish this pipeline to the server, then we can execute. Okay, then publishing, then you can see my pipeline name is simple pipeline. Then once I publish on that, it will apply into the live environment. So it will take few seconds, then it has published in the production environment. Now I have completed that development of the simple pipeline. So by click on this add trigger or debug button, you can execute this button, this pipeline. So simply I will click on this add trigger. Then there are two options. You can create a trigger. If you want to execute this pipeline in a given frequency, you can create a trigger. It is something like a scheduler, or else you can execute trigger. In the next videos, in the next tutorials, I will show you how to trigger and those things. Anyway, I will trigger now to execute this simple pipeline. So you can see trigger pipeline last published configurations. Yeah, that's okay. Then you can see it will executing, and if you go to the monitor sections, you can see I will refresh this one. You can see the simple pipeline is status is in progress. After few seconds, you can see the status as succeeded. Anyway, you can refresh. You can see successfully ran the simple pipeline. So I think successfully it has executed. Now I will go to the my SQL Server Management Studio, and I will execute both queries. So you can see earlier there were no any records in the destination side. Now you can see records available in the destination table. So that is the simple explanations of creating a Azure Data Factory pipeline. If you have any questions, you can put on the comment sections, and you can share with your friends. Thank you.